Good morning. You just finished, or you should have just finished watching this video that was on YouTube and on Google Classroom for you, titled Beginner Tutorial 1 out of 5, Onshape 3D CAD, Creating Sketches and Objects. So you just finished it. This is at the end of the video, you can see here, and this will be the object that you should have created. So this video is going to show you a couple things that we do in Onshape and then also how to turn it in. And so here's the expectations on that. Number one, we're going to be taking a screenshot, and I'll show you how to do that. But first, we want to do a couple other things. So if I go to my drawing, this is where we're at. I'm in Onshape now. And so this is what I titled mine. If you didn't title yours, it asked you to create a title when you first started it. And if you didn't do it right, you can always click on it again and change it to whatever you want. And I recommend just doing something for the type of assignment. So this assignment was beginner tutorial. You don't need part 1, 2, or 3 because we'll be editing this later. And so just put beginner tutorial in your last name. So if you haven't done that, change that quickly. Next, we want to make sure that our units are all set. And so in the video, they told you to go up here and then go down to workspace units. And hopefully you did that. The video looks a little bit different. We have more options now. This is the newest version. So we want our length to be inches, which hopefully you already did. Our decimals, we can change all of that. Let's always go to 3 decimals. If this is different, you can change that. But we also want to make sure that this is in pounds. All right, and we'll go to 3 decimal places, 0.123, and then so we're all set there. Now that we have that done, just check that box. And then what we want to do here to turn it in is we're going to select all the way down here in our parts list. So we just left-click this once, and everything turns yellow. That's just what we want. And then over here in the very bottom right, there's this thing right here that says Display Mask Properties, and we're going to click that once and this little window pops up. Okay, and this is what we want. However, I want to zoom out, so I'm going to roll back on my scroll wheel, and then I'm going to push in on my scroll wheel button and slide this part over so that I can see both things. I zoom back in a little bit. There we go. So now I have a good view of my little window here and a good view of my part. And this will be what I want to turn in. And here's why we want this. This is what I will be looking at right here. So that's the volume of this object. And yours should be, really close to that, if not exactly that. You don't have to, that's clicking on it once. It gives me down to the exact volume. We don't need that. So this is fine right here. It should be 2.607 inches cubed. All right, and now from here, what we want to do is we are going to actually press the Windows key and the print screen key on our keyboard. And so how do we take that? I mentioned the Windows key and the print screen. I brought up another tab right here. And so this is the Windows key. Yours will look slightly different, but it's in between the Control and the alternate buttons. So we hit that button at the same time as we hit this button up here. And this keyboard's pretty close to ours. And when you hit those together, you'll see your screen will do a little bit, almost like a blink or a shutter shot. So there it goes. Hopefully the video picked that up, that it went gray for a second. Alright, so we just took a screenshot, that's what yours will do, of this window. And then we're going to open up a program called Paint. I have mine pinned to my bottom screen. But if you go down here to your search bar and start typing Paint, this little app will pop up. So we want to open that, and then what you're going to do, just like me up here, is you're going to hit this paste button. Mine's going to look a little bit different because I have 2 screens, but you'll just have your one screen, and so when you hit this button, you'll paste the screenshot that we just took. And so you see on mine here, this is my second screen. This is the one that you'll want. So I'm going to crop that out real quick to make mine look like yours. You won't have to do this step. So yours will look just like that. Okay? And then that's what we want to turn in. So we're going to go to File, Save As, and we'll save it as a PNG picture, which is ping. And yours, I don't know if this will this will pop up, but if it does, we want to title it just exactly what we had it on Onshape, Beginner Tutorial Grady. And then if I were you guys, I would put it in your downloads. So just select downloads, that's where it will save to. So I'm going to select that. I've got my title, then I go ahead and hit save. And now this is saved. So now all you have to do is go back to your Google Classroom assignment. And yours will look different than this, obviously. And up here, in the upper right of your assignment, you'll have an option to add material to your assignment. So you're going to want to click that, and then you want to add from computer or device, and you're going to want to check out the Browse button, and then go back to Downloads and find that little screenshot that you just took, and that is how we're going to turn this in. Okay, thank you very much.